understand who Killer the Dog was.
Well, I just think...
Hold on, Mike.
What's good, dude?
What was on in here? What a mess. Internet sucks.
What were you singing there?
Okay.
Some Pearl Jam?
Oh yeah.
Even Flow. It's a good song.
I got into maybe a couple songs, and then I don't know why I may lose some listeners, but there's something about them just aggravates me. I think it's the whole whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it here. Everyone's getting into the Breuniverse, which is cool. The amount of views on Somebody Had to Say It keeps going through the roof. I have a lot of interviews this month. Things are good. We're going in good places, Mike. We started off with nothing, and now we're up to we're gonna probably hit 200,000 subscribers soon, and we start off with nothing. So this is pretty cool. Now with that also comes, why am I holding this? I don't know. What is this thing? Why
A shoehorn?
It's a shoehorn. What the hell am I doing with a shoehorn? I'm excited. I'm in Colorado. Yeah, I got all sold out shows. We added shows, but there is one place. This and I think it's going to be too late by the time this airs. No, hold on a second. Someone knocking on my what?
Uh-oh.
It's Joe. What's up? Joe's on.
Hey, Sid.
No,
You can't hear, but he said, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Dude, I got all the merch. Hey, really quick. So all the stuff's downstairs. But hey, dude, check this out. You're stoked on the hat, right?
Ooh.
Got all the shirts.
All right, just so everyone knows too, what's going on. Like, can I explain what's going on?
Well, I don't know. You told me to bring the merch up. Okay, go explain.
No. Yes, you.
I opened for Jim. A lot of you've seen me. Nice to meet you again.
Yes.
A lot of people's hands. Yeah.
Dude, he's howling right now.
So
Just so everyone knows, Joe Sib, comedian, who, by the way, we're gonna have a special where it's me, Joe. We filmed at the Paramount. Monty Franklin, Brian McKenna. That's coming down the road. We filmed. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, Joe goes on the road. So me and Joe decided. I kept asking Joe about merchandise, and we kept going. And he was like, "Dude, you're like, dude, I got it. I'm taking over." So.
Well, basically, at the end of the night, I'd be out there with my little magnets that I was selling. People were like, "Where's Jim's merch?" And I was like, "Let's make some merch." And one thing led to another. So then, all the people that I know in the music world were like, "Hey, man, you can do this." So
This is the biggest seller so far.
So right now, like the things that we got on the road, the reason I came in here,
He's so excited. You have no clue. I've never seen anyone so excited about my merch.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anyone this excited about my merch. I'm being dead honest.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, long story short.
But he's the guy that's selling at the end of the day.
So I meet you guys after the show, but the Colorado shows have been killer so far. But yeah, the hats came in, so there's the hat that you wanted.
I like that.
Yeah.
Little eagle hat.
This right here is the thing that I'm super stoked on. We got these new hoodies.
That's selling really good.
Yeah, this is cool. We got these.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's rad, right? And then we're rolling these gray hoodies as well, and we got the shirts as well. But the real reason I came in here was because you and I started talking.
So when I was on Patreon,
I won't show you.
Okay, he's also like 4 coffees in, and he's like, "Can I stop by?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm having a podcast, and do it more." All right,
I didn't know you were doing it live.
It's okay. I mean, we're taped, but yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay,
What do you got?
So this is the thing that we talked about, and you're like, "Do you think you could make it?" Everyone, and just everyone that sends the emails to Breuniverse merch, I'm the dude answering them. And this was something that you guys wanted, so here you go. There you go, Jim.
The cockatoo.
Oh, dude, yes.
Mike loves it.
Yes.
Mike just
Yes.
went, dude, yes. So we went back and forth with a million things. You know, a couple of people from Patreon, his wife painted a painting for me. And I actually, you know, part of me was like a cockatoo. And for those of you who don't understand the cockatoo and what that means, if it's in my special, somebody had to say it, but the cockatoo is what I'm meaning to. And we're going to get into it later today because I have a clip to show you how cockatoos are created. They're basically anyone that just stares at your favorite news source or listens to your favorite news source, all paid. So you know it's paid for that information. It's not like they're creating it on their own. And then they go out and repeat it to the world and they think. So it was busy, right? We had one. It was really busy. It was like
the Patreon person, the Patreon woman that sent the painting she was super cool.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy named out of Boston, Joe Cario, super cool guy, does a lot of animation. He did some animation for you a while ago.
Long time ago,
I
yeah.
ran into him in Boston doing shows out there, and he was like, "Hey man, I could probably draw that for you." So he put it together, and the thing that I'm stoked on it is
it's right to the point.
Yeah, it's right to the point. It's fun if you know Jim Breuer.
And you don't even have to see my special.
Yeah.
Just this alone, I like the whole. Somebody had to say it.
There you go.
I love that.
Hey, and if you go to Jim's site, go to the Breuniverse merch. They're up there for you to order, and when I get back into California, I will ship them out to you.
Cool.
Right?
And let me know, by the way, this is just announced, literally right before I came on here. There's been a falling out in Naples, Florida. I do have some Florida dates coming to announce soon. St. Petersburg, Ocala, and maybe a few more. But anyway, Naples just had a falling out September 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I took it. It's right in my backyard. Naples off the hook. And it's going to be off the hook. Every time I go there, work out. It's fun. Off the hook. And hopefully...
Yeah, hopefully I'll be there.
Yeah. All right.
All right, bro.
Hey, thank you. I love that. Let me see that one more
hold
time.
on to that. All right, I'm out.
I like that.
Later.
Joe, have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.
Make sure the door's shut.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy.
No more random visitors.
He's so hyper all the time. Dude, his energy level is like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You've met him. He's like, dude, okay, let's go. It's off the hook. $50. Okay, pay attention. Oh, I can't take a break, bro. This is. Oh, so what I was going to say was, this is pre-taped. However, last night started the whole, I don't know, where people are going to be waiting for the bunker because the whole Trump got invaded and what do you think is going on? And we're not there right now. We're not there right now. Where I live, where it's going on, that happened last night. So this tells you the timing of where we're at and all that just. Here's what I'm getting. I got something cool for today. I'm excited today because I'm bringing on an old friend, like 30-year-old friend. Yeah, we've had some good times together. But before we get into that, I want to get into certain listeners. For the most part, you're all amazing. And for another thing, you really got to use your head before you make comments. There's this one, and thank God I got a strong following that I don't have a guy that looks through all the comments, but I have fans. I would call them like the Breuniverse military. I don't know, whatever, the Breuniverse protectors, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure you guys will come up with names for it. They always go, Jim, do you believe this dummy right here? And they're always got my back, and sure enough, I want to read to you this, and this is where, like I have to talk to Dee, my wife, and she's like, Jim, the Lord loves everyone, and everyone has their own thing. I want to address something someone wrote, which basically says, I don't like my hair, bro. He says, I think Jim Breuer might be a shill. I say he, could be anyone. So I may be a shill, because I don't even, Mike, can you read it? I don't have it in front of me, and I can't use the phone.
It's right here.
Here we go.
There's a small possibility that Jim Breuer could be a shill. I'm not saying he is, but something is eating at me. He jokes about the whole character actor thing on The Bunker, but what really turns me off is how his comedy special is not taken off of YouTube yet.
Hold on a second. Right there alone. Right there is already, okay. He jokes about the whole character actor thing on The Bunker. Well, first of all, the reason that I do that is because if I come across saying, hey, I'm facts, which aren't facts, YouTube gets upset. I've had a video taken down because we didn't say that, hey, these are just jokes or whatever. Also, I like making people laugh, so I look for the funny. So that's number one. Shill detective. And the second one is because my special, somebody had to say it, hasn't been taken down. Why would that special be taken down? There's nothing offensive in it. What is in there that would be taken down? All right, what's the rest say? This guy's aggravated. He's already bothered me. What's his thing? Hacker. Oh, that explains everything. He thinks he's I'm the citizen FBI. You're not. Oh my God. People like this really exhaust me. Okay, then what does this banana say? He says
something doesn't smell right. Also
okay, good. And
also this guy is a multi millionaire who admits he still hangs around Hollywood friends.
Stop right there. First of all, hacker face. Who do when did I say I hang out with actor friends? Famous. Name the people that I say I hang out with. I'll wait. Well, I won't wait. You know why? Because it's going to take forever because I don't. Dummy. Who do I hang out with? That's an actor friend. Name one. I'm waiting. Maybe you could post that in your next thing. Because I can guarantee you're not going to find any because I don't. I left that world back in 99. I've done, I don't know, maybe 1-2 appearances since. Look it up. See how many television spots I've been on. And where's all the pictures with me hanging out with the famous actor friends? I can't stand meatheads like this. They think they're detectives or they're FBI. You're not. Multi-millionaire. Oh, I didn't know you had access to my bank account and you know all about me. Mike, did you know I'm a multi-millionaire? Do you remember the time, Mike, when I showed up at your house with my multi-million-dollar Honda Insight?
Yeah. Dude, he's a hacker, so he knows all that stuff.
And my multi-million-dollar bank account that is just like, oh yeah, I'm living on Easy Street. You are
first class jackass.
I can't stand when people make statements out their ass. And you, hacker, what's his name? Hacker what?
Hacker Lorem.
Hacker Lorem are a first-class jackass for making a statement that you know Zero. Your entire statement so far. Jim Breuer hangs out with, he admits, I admit to hanging out with famous acting friends. Mike, can you help me? When have I mentioned who I'm hanging out? Can you maybe you can help me. And I'm being dead serious. Help me with who I've mentioned that I hang out with.
I mean, you've mentioned people, but you haven't mentioned that you've hung out with them.
I mentioned stories from the 90s.
Yep.
And this he mentioned, first of all, this is what this guy, this is what this guy is. He's this guy. He thinks he's on TikTok and he follows certain things and he's starting to get a following. He's like, hey man, this guy's a shill. You know why? Because first of all, he admits to hanging out with actor friends. That's number one. Number two, his special hasn't been taken off of YouTube. Whoa, that right away tells you Jim Brewer's a shill. Dun 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 dun. And he's a multi-millionaire. Not to disclose my finances, which I will not lie, I do good. I am not what you think I am. I have an electric Bolt and a Honda Insight. And it has nothing to do because I are into certain type of cars. I live in a modest, decent home. I lived in a modest, decent home in Chester, New Jersey. I bought that house for $500-something thousand back in 1999. Continue. God, I can't stand people that talk out their ass. Go ahead.
And then it just says, trust no one, question everything.
All right, I'll give you that one. I will give you the last point. And you know what? Maybe you're innocent and maybe you're all part of the new. See, now I feel bad. No, I don't feel bad. Because people like yourself, I think you have good intentions. And I know exactly where you're coming from. Because I think the way you do. I think certain people are shills. And what is a shill? Meaning they're full of donkey dust and they're there to just to point you in a different direction. They're really working for the bad guys. If I think that's what you think a shill is. You do realize Shaka is my childhood friend. You know that, right? So you think two guys from Valley Stream, Long Island are shills. Okay. I wanted to I got my main stuff out of the way. Oh, for those of you who don't know, yes, I'm going to try to. I have a Patreon page. There's a lot of other podcasts on there, and every month I play a live show. I stream live. Last night, I was in Colorado Springs, and there are 3 nights, and it's a really intimate room, the one in Colorado Springs. And when I play in rooms like that, well, a lot of times I do this, but when I'm in a room like that, I will sit and just, there's a point in that show where I just make a turn about 5 minutes in. I go, you know what? We're just going to talk and see where this goes. And it was one of my favorite nights. It was 90 minutes. When I tell you, I took chances. I created so much stuff last night on stage. It was such a great crowd. This morning I woke up like, can we just put that on Patreon? Put that on Patreon this month. I want everyone to see that set. And that is why another reason why I do Patreon, because a lot of people see me multiple times. And the way I look at it is, yes, if you're in that $15 a month bracket, you go $15. Yes, it's a ticket to a free show. And you get to be the podcaster if you want to be the podcaster and you're in it within that month. So there's 4 podcasts a month from you, the Patreon member, and there's a live show that nobody ever sees that month, current, right to it. While I'm out here in Colorado, we're also creating a series that is definitely going to be showing. It'll be first on Patreon, more stuff on Patreon than YouTube, and it's a whole opening for Metallica tour. We're super stoked. So we're starting that this week, the whole pre-production. So that's my Patreon page if you want to go check it out, and you're going to see this show from Colorado Springs. I was so ecstatic. I even told the crowd, I went, this is one of my favorite shows because you, the audience in Colorado Springs, trusted me to explore far and wide. And it's exactly what I did. And I know it's not very professional while I'm telling this, and there's some silver suitcase just sitting behind me in the background on a bed in a hotel room. Well, that's another thing. I got the tech guys in here. So I have my laptop. I got a professional camera. So that hopefully next time I do this, we're going to look professional, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like annoying in the background? Is that annoying?
No.
No? I think it's all right. So with that said, we'll start today, and I want you to hang in there. We're going to get to a good friend of mine, Dan, a little later and get his things. But right now, real quick, two things I want to start off with here in the Breuniverse. And the first one is we opened up, where do they call, Mike? On the website?
Yeah, right on the homepage of the website.
JimBreuer.com. You can go on there and leave voice messages. Will we use them? I don't know. The shorter, the better, to the point, better, because then we can air them. But let's just listen to a couple of these, and I'll do a quick comment on whatever. And then I want to show you guys something, because this is big right now. And I think a lot of distractions that are going on are because of information that just came out and then some. But let's start with these phone messages.
All right, cool. First up, we have Susan. I believe she's from Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jim. I'm Susan from Tampa, Florida. My husband and I just watched you on YouTube, and I got to tell you, it was the most refreshing thing we've seen in a long time. We laughed so hard, I'm literally hoarse right now. But most of all, I am so grateful for your bravery and your method of delivery that is humorous, refreshing, and beautiful. And I'm grateful for your faith that's very evident. So thank you. God bless you.
All right, that's cool. That's yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much. It's amazing how the more it's a lot of times the first time a subject comes to me, I usually get the comedy out of being frustrated or an angry place. And my biggest struggle is to get rid of the anger and bring in the humor, so I'm not lecturing and pointing the finger, but making it somewhat where everyone can get where the message is coming from. That is, I'm not gonna lie to you, that is the method of me trying my madness all the time. Because my first instinct is like, what the so you're telling me, how do you not see? And that's my friend, but you can't. I don't like doing that, because I always think about any relationship whatsoever. If you're in a relationship and you're trying to get a point across, the last thing you want to do is to be talking to someone like that. We got another message. I think we have 3 today. We have a lot more,
we got a
but
couple.
These are just some we picked.
All right, cool. This is Tony.
Tony.
Hi, Jim. My name's Tony. I'm calling from Canada. I live in British Columbia, Kelowna, and I recently heard a podcast of Megyn Kelly with you on it there, and rediscovered your comedy. And I just wanted to tell you that we just need it so much, especially here in Canada. We're under the thumb of a real tyrant here, as you probably know. And things are looking pretty bleak here. I was involved in the Freedom Convoy movement in Ottawa. And since then, things have gotten pretty depressing here. I saw somebody had to say it the other day, and I just laughed my ass off and listened to your podcasts since then,
Mm.
and have taken up your advice just to get off the grid, stop obsessing over news and stuff, and I just feel so much better. I want to thank you for that. I just find your comedy so intelligent, well
Whoa.
written, and thoughtful, in contrast to so much stand up out there. And I want you to come to Canada. And if you don't come to Canada, I'm going to come to one of your shows. I love you. God bless you for what you're doing.
Tony, this is how Tony, I'm not gonna lie to you. Canada is not on my radar. I would love to do Canada. I've done multiple shows in Canada. I would love to go to Canada. I just don't see it in the near future. I haven't had offers, so and I don't know what the situation is like up there. Someone told me you can't leave the country if you're not blah blah blah, and I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about it. So, but thank you. And I hate hearing people like that, though. It's like he sounds so down, and that is what I feel the madness of the world right now. They want you to feel down. They want you to feel doom and gloom, whether it's government or news or blah, blah. Like, this is what's going on now. And the taxes are going to go higher. And we're going to take away this. And there's nothing you can do. That is the beaten down. It's like taking a dog and just keep taking their... Every time they drop a deuce and you're shoving it in it. And society's really taken quite a punch in the snot box. And you hear Tony's voice. It is real. It's a real feeling. So I'm glad that somebody had to say it is actually, it's helpful, because that's, I remember when I first started working that thing out, even in small rooms, and I saw the way people reacted. It made them feel sane, because that's the thing. You know your instinct. You are born with a natural instinct. You have a spirit that science can never define. Never. Your spirit is real. Your soul, your conscious is real. So what isn't real is everything manufactured and edited and put on television, and this show and that, and tonight's program. It's meant to control your emotions, your thinking, and your decisions. The more you turn it off, if you're on the road and you stay in a hotel for breakfast, make them turn off the TV. Why do you need a TV on blaring information from news at that hour? Why? You don't. Because at that moment in time, you're exactly where you are. So if you're so concerned of what's going on in Ukraine or what's going on over there, why? You're eating your fake eggs at whatever hotel you're in. You can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do and live in that moment of time, and the best way to live in that moment of time, is turn it off. Give it zero power. Because the minute you give it an inch, you hear Tony's voice. Do you hear Tony's voice? That's all manufactured. That's manufactured. And it's presented, meant to make you feel that way. Trust me. I'm in Colorado. I can't wait to go outside. You should spend so much more time outside. Even if you just go outside your front door or back door, no matter what the weather is, just be silent if it's raining, go outside 15 minutes. Don't bring your phone. Try to think of nothing, zero, and see what will come. It is so much healthier to do that. It's so healthy to nourish your spirit, your mind, the clarity of it. And if you don't, and you allow the monsters and you allow the manufactured world to get in, you start sounding like Tony, beaten down. And when you have, like the first caller, when you have your faith and your backbone and your morals and you know what's right, you stick to it. As long as you're coming from a sincere place. All right. What's the next one there, Brother Mike?
Next one we have is Drew.
Drew.
Hey, Jim, I recently saw your podcast that was pretty heavy, in which you were talking about your wife and your life and about all the things that we should truly value in life, but we don't.
Right.
I want you to know that it resonated very deeply with me. You come across as a very real, very thoughtful, very introspective and intelligent guy, despite your, at times goofy and hysterical comedy act. And frankly, I think if more people had your balance and your sense of appreciation for the good things in life, we might be less inclined to beat one another up and more inclined to try to help one another.
Yeah.
So anyway, God bless you and your family and your children. Keep saying the truth. Be happy.
Yeah.
Be healthy.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you performing locally soon in New York. Take care.
That was, again, it's not easy. You got to give yourself time to think about stuff like that. I remember, sometimes it gets super goofy and over the top, make the faces, blah, blah, blah. And I really think that's from an area of almost like what Jack Nicholson says in that movie. He's like, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. I remember being a kid, and ever since I was a kid, I had that. We all have it. Some of us, it's beaten out of us. Some of it's mind taken out of it, whatever it is. And I remember someone coming up to me, I want to say it's like 4th grade. Somewhere. It was definitely grammar school. I don't know, maybe 6th grade. I don't know. It's between 4th and 6th grade, somewhere in that area. And it was a girl. And she goes, are you ever just serious? With such disgust, she said it. And I got dead serious. And I went, I'm more serious than you can ever handle, to be quite honest with you. And even as I said that, and then I turned around and started being goofy again. And even as I said that, it was one of those moments like, whoa, I can't believe I just said that. But I was dead serious. Yeah, put on a persona, goofy and all that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of dead serious inside. And it's dead serious in all of us. And definitely explore it. Don't be afraid of it. You got to explore it. It helps your emotions. It helps you grow as a human being. That is really, we're good with if you want to leave voice messages, go to jimbreuer.com. You also see the upcoming shows and all that jazz that I have coming up. And again, the Patreon, all that stuff, whatever you need to do. The other thing, so don't forget Dan the Man is coming. We talk about a funny story. I don't want to give too much away, but it falls in line with 2 things I'm going to show you real quick. The first thing is how I discovered a while ago, a long time ago, since I was a kid, how news cockatoos, boom, how they're created. And what's great about social media is now other people are showing you how it's done. I don't know if you saw the video a while ago, and they put together about 30 different news channels that all started saying, so it started off with one person saying it, then they showed the other person, and then it showed they were all reading the same script and all selling it in their own little way, but it was the same exact script with almost 30 different stations. It all ends like, this is a threat to our democracy. And then you started hearing people going, this is a threat to our democracy. And I'm like, well, how do you not see that? How do you not see that? Oh my God. So I want to show this clip, and this is a classic. How does it happen? And this way you can start pointing it out, almost laughing at it, and make your own. It's fun once you start seeing this. Watch. I call this creating cockatoos. Creating the cockatoos. So this is, now again, I don't care if you love the guy, or hate the guy. This has nothing to do with the name that triggers people. This has everything to do with how they create cockatoos. Allegedly.
Reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums.
Sources say there's been a strong reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums.
Sources also telling ABC News there's been a strong reaction from some extreme groups online, including QAnon and other groups.
There has been a strong reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums,
Including those that were active before January 6th.
including those that were active prior to January 6th.
Involved in the January 6th insurrection.
Including those that were active prior to the January 6th riot.
Some have been calling for violence and even a civil war.
Some of them include calls for violence and even a civil war.
Some of them include calls for violence in online forums
And even civil war.
Civil war, extremist, 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 civil war. They took a subject of what happened and now they're spinning it. How many times did they say strong reaction, extremist, violent? These people on January 6th. And now they're out there. They're out there. It doesn't matter if it's real. Doesn't matter if it's made up. It doesn't matter. The cockatoos are on the hill right now. I can hear them right now going, wah, wah, QAnon, wah, wah, extremist, extremist, strong reaction, strong reaction. I know what I didn't see. Riots in the street. I know what I didn't see. Churches being burnt. I know what I didn't see. Ladies getting pulled out of a car and beaten to death. I know what I didn't see. Any of that. I didn't see any of that. Extremist, violent. You see how they do that? It's freaking brilliant. It's freaking brilliant. This is all allegedly, by the way. This is all just a character, totally faking, blah, blah, blah. I'm just showing the people. That's all. That's all. Nothing, But yeah, that's how it's done. That's how simple it is. I had about 3 other videos, but I can't play them because there's music over them. But the other 3 are even. I just let you in on a tiny example. If I were to get all the examples, you start pushing. You know when you push a chair away in one of those whoa moments. That's how simple it is. And all those people that don't believe it, well, okay. Let's see how it goes now. So anyway, and then the other one is this, what I want to talk about. Your pride, which could be extremely dangerous, whether you believe it or not. Pride is not always a great thing. Why we have parades or anything else for them. Hey, how about it? It's not to be being boastful. That's a pride, boastful. It's all pride and ego could get you in a lot of trouble. And right now, I'm going to ask people to humble themselves. because I'm going through the same thing as you. If you notice, and I gotta be very careful what I say here, the latest that has come out from CDC is basically, hey man, we're all equal. What do you mean by that? Well, forget what happened. We're all on the same plane now. That's just, you could go and during that announcement, before anyone could go, wait a minute, but I had to pick and choose over a job and I lost my, before you can say, let's, what name sells? What name sells whether you hate or love? Whoop, whoop, whoop. T. The name T. What just happened? Now they're all concentrating. They're all looking in a new direction. When basically they said, oh, by the way, we're going to hire 87,000 people with guns. And they're going to come catch you. Oh, and by the way, the new CDC that says doesn't matter if you or not even. Yes, let me repeat, not even. You're all on the same playing field. Enjoy your lives. Whoopsie daisy. Oh my God. So right now someone is sitting there going, I was a nurse about 6 months ago. I was a nurse. So all the people that were shamed, cursed, and damned, The View, everywhere. Freaking Terry Bradshaw. I used to like him. Lost all respect for it. Just, if you don't do shit, you're a criminal. You're a this. And now it's like, hey, man, sorry. Whoopsie day. These things happen. Found out, we're on the same playfield. So, yeah. I'm asking all those that held the line, just keep walking the walk. Don't be resentful. Understand that was a powerful, powerful cockatoo message. Powerful. Don't get mad. Don't get whatever. It is what it is. You know what you were. I chose my destiny. I felt good about everything. Rocks thrown at me. Spears. Losing gigs. It didn't matter. It didn't matter because I don't live by the world's standards. My spirit came from somewhere deeper than a scientist can define. My soul comes from somewhere deeper than what the world can define, how to take care of it and everything else. I know where it comes from. And I'm okay. I knew eventually. I knew. And that is nothing to be prideful about. Nothing to be prideful. It just is. That's all. So all those that didn't have your family over or refused to have them at that wedding or refused and cut them off and try to lecture them. All I'm asking of you is you don't have to run and say apologize and hey man, I'm sorry the way I treated you. But I think we should all come to a point where we need to acknowledge how ugly it got, but also acknowledge that they pitted you and I against each other. And that's messed up, man. And you could try that. It was a while. No. You lost family functions. You may have lost family members. You may have lost jobs. You've lost friendships. And we didn't create that. We're just people trying to live our lives. I'm begging you to now absorb all this, put your pride and ego away. If you were one of those people, hey, you know what? I didn't know because this is what I was being told. Understood 1,000%. 1,000%. But if you still want to hold on to it, that's your court. That's on you. But you got to drop that pride and ego and at least acknowledge, hey man, we were all pitted against each other, and that's pretty messed up. So now can we recognize now, never, ever, ever to trust what you're watching 100% ever again? Please? Ego can get you a lot of trouble, and which is why I'm going to bring on my good friend, Dan the Man, and we're going to share a story here, and it's mind-boggling when I really thought about this story. It's a moment in my life where I got so angry, I wanted to be violent, but I wasn't. Part of me wanted to knock Dan out because this is how we taunt one another. We've done this our whole lives. We taunt one another. And he got the best of me. But in the end, he didn't get the best of me. I got the best of myself. It was myself that I battled with. It's a powerful and funny lesson, and I hope you enjoy it. I would like to bring in, all right, before I even talk about this, okay? I've known this guy for like 30 years, maybe more. And I can honestly say I don't even know how to explain the history, but I don't want to get into the whole history. But I can honestly say I think some of my hardest laughs ever has been with Dan. And we have pulled some of the greatest. I love him like a brother. So I want to talk about everyone, how dangerous there's a side of you that can get you in trouble, especially even from your best friends. Actor friends. Oh, by the way, he's not an actor. Please welcome. I don't know if I should say your whole name. I'm just going to say Dan, my friend Dan. What's up, Dan?
What's going on, Jim?
Do you believe that? Yeah.
I got to correct you, man. But first of all, it's been 34 years, okay? 34 years. And by the way, I looked up SHILL because I had no idea. And apparently you're a stooge or a plant.
I'm a plant. That's what he's referring to.
A person publicly helps or gives credibility to a person or organization without disclosing what they have a close relationship with said person or organization. Man, you're totally a shill.
I'm a shill.
But I want to know what the hell
shilling out.
What's donkey dust? I want to know donkey dust. You said something about donkey dust. What the hell is that?
Dust. It's shit, Dan.
Donkey dust?
Donkey dust. Yes.
That's another word for shit.
Shit. I just dropped some donkey dust. Because donkey dust is a funnier word.
Donkey dust is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's very funny. Donkey dust. You're full of donkey dust.
If you said that to me, I'd slap you.
I have said that to you. I know I've said that phrase.
You have never in 34 years said any word of donkey dust. You didn't even say donkey.
I've never
said donkey, like DUNKIE, donkey dust.
Donkey, blap, blap, dust. Yes. I know I've said that. You've heard that.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. So Dan, yeah, I will tell you this. I remember one time Dan comes. All right. So first of all, one simple one. Then I want to get into the car. Dan here is probably, he missed his calling. Dan is a professional antagonizer. You are
me.
Yes, you. Yes,
yeah, because
you are.
of you.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've got you a couple times. And one of the times I got you, and I had to get you, this was full-blown revenge. This was the ultimate revenge. So Dan is from Florida, all right? Dan lives in Florida. And at the time I was living in New Jersey, and him and his family would always come up during the holidays, like Christmas, like right after Christmas and New Year's. We'd spend New Year's together, right?
Yeah.
Right? And every time he came, it would get freezing cold. I mean, crazy cold. And so this one time, there's snow outside. Snow's coming down like crazy. And it was freezing. I mean, the wind is coming. It was gnarly out. And
now keep in mind, I'm inside by the fireplace in my boxer shorts and a hoodie. Okay, by the fireplace, nice and warm and snuggly. I'm setting the stage here. I think we were maybe playing a game with the family, having a good time.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
That's right. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I'll bet you. I don't remember. How much was it? Was it like
$500?
No.
Yes, you did. You said $500. Should I do anything for $500? So you said $500.
I think it was like $200.
You said okay, maybe it was $200 or $300. It was. $200.
I think it was like all right. It was like $200.
You just told me it was $200.
Thank you. Been confirmed. Judgment.
200. Okay, you're right.
Uh-oh. Dude, what just happened to my light?
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, Dan. I think I popped out my I know what I did. That's all I did. Hold on a second. Oh my God. I wonder if I think my bulb broke. I think my light bulb just totally, hold on a second.
You're wrecking the whole story.
Oh, dude, it broke.
Oh,
kidding me? Anyway, you can still see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I go, I bet you can't stand outside for at least 15. Was it 10 minutes or 15? 10, 15 minutes.
I think it was 10 minutes.
I think it was 10 minutes.
Actually, it started off as 5, but we'll go with 10.
Yeah, I think it was like, it might have been 5, but I think I pushed it to 10.
You said there's no way I could be out there with in nothing but my boxer shorts and a hoodie.
And Dan, of course, is always like, this is the game me and Dan play. Me and Dan, oh, yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. And Dan will always like, oh, yes, I can. And then he'll repeat it. He'll go, so you're saying I cannot stand outside in my boxer shorts in the 5-degree weather, 8 below zero with the wind in the snow for 10 minutes? That's what you're saying. And I go, that's right. For 10 minutes, you can't do it. Oh, yeah?
$200.
Yeah, for $200. $200. And, that's what Dean, the wife's like, you guys are like, be quiet. It's between me and him. Well, this bastard goes out with his boxer short. When I tell you I had thick jacket, I had long johns, I was freezing my ass off. And Dan stood there and he starts making me nervous. He passes the 5-minute mark and he's going, woohoo, woohoo. I mean, and snow's coming down, the wind's coming. His nipples are like the hardest boulders you can imagine. And his skin looks like it was painted red. It is beat red. And now we're starting to get a little concerned. Like, you know what? No, and I'm going, no, 10 minutes. 10 minutes or you don't get the money. Dan, don't worry about it. Let's go. And now you're going, oh, no. I'm staying here for 10 minutes. I'm like, well, you got another 3 minutes. So now he's up to 8 minutes. And then Dick Jim starts. Dick Jim realizes he's going to lose the bet. And I start throwing snow at you.
Okay, let's tell the story the right way. You tell my son
That's
to
right.
help you put snow in my boxers.
That's
Okay,
right.
you're pulling
Yes. Oh, that's right.
and you put it in my pants.
That's right. I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, you pulled it off. You pulled it off, Dan. Now, one of the things that happened before that, which is why this bothered me even more.
Wait,
What, Dan?
you forgot about the bonus, which is what took me up to $500.
Oh, what was the bonus? I forgot.
The bonus was after
Oh!
you tormented me. Go ahead.
You had to make a snow angel.
I had to make snow angels with my boxer shorts full of snow, freezing to death. Now you've upped the ante to 500 if I'll do snow angels. Did you think that I wouldn't do the snow angels? Really?
Yeah, I couldn't believe you did that. I mean, I just could not believe you did that. We were laughing so hard. And then you ran straight upstairs, turned on the warm shower or bath, but your skin.
I was red.
Your skin was blood red for like an hour.
Cold.
Yeah,
Cold.
it was weird. And then we sat by the fire. But before this happened, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you. I feel like I'm deep in my spiritual walk, and we all flaw, and I try to. This moment in time changed my life, and I'll tell you why. It taught me I wasn't ready for everything, and I still had a problem with my ego, and many of us still have a problem with ego. Now, snow on the ground, Dan visits. Dan is, to me, he's like a car wizard, knows everything about the cars. Didn't you used to have to race? I remember you had, what was that thing where you stored a race car, or you used to have a race car? Remember that?
Yeah, I had a drag car and a big old trailer that I pulled around and kept it in. Yeah.
Yeah. So you always had either a motorcycle or cool cars, and Dan loves the car, knows everything about it. I don't know nothing. So I always pretend I know what Dan's talking. I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. You got a car? What kind of, oh my God, serious? This is Dan. It's unbelievable. So, and I don't know. Whenever Dan talks with that stuff, I try to be, because he's so excited talking about it. Like, yeah, oh my God, really? So he knows all about cars, and I trust he knows all about cars. He's always worked in like the car industry. So with that said, and he always helps around the house. Like, he's technician wizard. I think he's in a great industry now, but it's one of those, Dan. Every time Dan came over, my wife Dee had him working. Dan, could you please wire a new alarm system? Okay. Dan,
to the point I brought tools.
You did. Every year, Dan would bring tools because he knew he had to be working on something. And that's because I'm a multi-millionaire. SHILL face. So with that said.
Yeah, but I work for free, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm a multi.
Right.
So yeah, Dan's always doing something. He's out on the deck. He's in the basement. He's like, I need you to grab the wire and blow it up. What? Get the wire and pull it up through the hole, and I build the wire. So Dan was your son in the car with us? I think who was in the car with us? Yeah, okay.
I believe your daughter and my son.
Gabby was in there probably?
I think so. Yep.
Okay. So me, Dan, and both his kid and my oldest are in the car, and it's snowing. It's snowing, right?
Oh, it's snowing.
It's snowing. Yeah, it's snowing, and it's icy. It's the worst condition. And at the time, what was my car? Ford
Taurus. SHILL.
Okay. Well, Ford Taurus, because of my, multi hanging out with big actors, because I'm a shill.
Like me, and it was an SHO, just saying. So it was kind of a high-end.
Oh, you're right. It was a show.
And it was new. It was very new. D got it for you for like your birthday or something.
Dude, no. What happened was I always wanted a truck. I like trucks, and Dee wouldn't let me have a truck. So I shouldn't say that. Like she gets to say whatever I want. She's like, "Why would you want a truck? We can't put it in the garage." Blah 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 blah. And then what happened was I had a car, a Ford Escort. I was driving a Ford Escort, and while I was on the road, Dee went to the Ford dealership. And she's the one that said, Jim can't be driving around no Ford Escort. I don't like this car. It's not good for him. I want a Ford show. So she got me a Ford show. And that, I will say, that car was unbelievable. I missed that car to a degree. It was dangerous, super fast car.
It was nice.
It was a nice car.
Yeah.
It was. So I just get this thing. All right. And the Ford guys know me at the service center and all that jazz. They've known me there forever. And while we're driving, Dan starts when we get in our neighborhood. He's like, "Hey man, why don't you gun the engine and hit the brakes?" And I said, "No, dude, you gotta be very careful. This is the Northeast. This isn't Florida. You go flying on the ice." And Dan does what he does. He goes, "You're not going to skid out. That's the stupidest thing." He goes, "You have anti-skid
traction
device.
control. Traction control."
Yeah, you got traction control." And I went, "No, Dan. Yes, I have it. That's for rain. It's not for snow." And he starts with the, "No, it's for traction. Traction means rain, snow, ice. Doesn't matter, dummy." And he starts it like, "Are you seriously? Are you really that stupid?" So I'm like, "No, stupid. You can't." And I'm going, now I know my confidence. I know what I'm talking about. And this is just a lesson for everybody. When unlike the SHILL guy, what's his name, Mike?
Hacker Lorem.
Unlike Hacker Lorem, I'm very confident of what I'm saying here. And I'm telling Dan, I know that it has a tracking device to keep you from skidding. However, that is only for rain. And I'm staying at this calm manner. And it's just the way it is. And I know this is the one department you don't know. And Dan, the professional antagonizer that he is, I mean, he is professional, man. I would love to have people bet into something. And I guarantee I'll have Dan talk them into it. I know I'll have Dan talk into it. If my life was on the line, I'm getting Dan and I'm going to sucker this banana into doing this thing. Because I sit there and I go, "Okay, Dan, I'm not doing it." You're like, just try it. Just try gunning the engine. I went, "Dan, I'm not doing it." You went, "Well, I'm telling you, you can do it." And you have no. I don't know. Are you worried? Are you scared? I know I'm not scared. I just know it doesn't work. I'm gonna slide. You don't understand. There's ice under the snow. And Dan repeats things, and it makes you feel stupid. Dan will do this. So I'll go, "There's ice under the snow." And Dan will go, "There's ice under the snow. Is that what you're saying?" I'm like, "Yes, ice under the snow." And I went, "Yes, jackass, there's ice under the snow." He goes, "You have a tracking. It will stop with the," so he doesn't stop. And
do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said to you during all this arguments?
No.
When you're arguing back and forth, I go, "Listen, Breuer, I know cars. You stick to comedy. I know the cars. But if you know better, whatever." Okay.
And that's the moment.
Okay, wait. I let it go after that. I let it go. And you
did.
Made a decision all on your own. Not me. I didn't do it. Your decision. Go ahead. Sorry.
And that's where Dan left it. And he's right. In my head, I went, I stick to comedy and you stick to the cars. I'll show you, Dan Baker. And what do? Now I'm coming up to my street and I make a left.
Like a lunatic.
Yeah, I go, and then I go to make a left, and now the car is just skidding out of control. and the next thing you know, I feel boom. I hit the only curb in the neighborhood that is above a sewer. So I hit the sewer thing. And then it skids. So I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm thinking, all right, that sucked. But now my steering wheel. You bastard.
And he's hitting the gas. Aren't you just racing and the car's not going nowhere? He's still around with the shifter, ain't doing nothing.
Yes.
Like, oh boy, this is not good.
I'm hitting the gas. It's just going zzz, zzz, and I'm thinking, all right, because that's another thing. Going up to my house is a little bit of an incline. When you turn the corner, it's an incline. So, and that's a rough hill to get up to when there's ice. So I know, living there for years until Dan antagonizes me, that you have to, once you go up, just don't stop. You got to keep going, because if you stop, you're going to start sliding down that hill. And I'm like, what the hell? I get out to look to see what's going on, and the tire is sideways.
It's actually separated. It's separated from the car. The tire was separated from the car. I have to correct you because you're a comedy guy, not a car guy. Can I tell you what the damage was? Okay.
Yeah.
So he hit the curb so hard, the tire busted all the lug nuts and flew off. The freaking brake rotor busted in half and is laying in the snow, sizzling down to the bottom because it's just melting the snow. And when the tire hit, smashed into the body and damaged the fender and the door. Okay. It's like damage galore. This thing, the CV joint is hanging out and just flapping in the breeze. This thing is, what did I say, Jim? What did I say?
Well, first of all, the way Dan is describing this is exactly how he said, see the smile on his face? You see that smile on his face? And the way he's in the tone he's talking, he gets out of the car and he goes, "This is a lot of damage. Like this is," and he's pointing out and he's going, "What were you saying? You're like the thing of the blah 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 is disconnected from
the axle was completely separated from the knuckle. It was completely separated. Shit's just all missing and gone in the snow."
And he's sitting there, he's going, "There's ball bearings on the floor. Do you know how much money this is going to cost?" And he goes, "The wheel is completely unhinged. We're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars." Like, are you serious? Like, dude, oh my, and he's like, and dude, it's the first time I went from full blown, I wanted to punch you in your throat, to
really? No.
That only lasted for a split second because
it's the only time you've ever been mad at me. It's the only time.
I was so mad. But then I turned all my anger to me because I could not believe I was that stupid. And I think everyone needs a Dan in their life to put them in check to see how far will your ego destroy your life. Because all that is ego. At the end of the day, it's ego. I knew. I've been driving in the snow for years, and I know if you just go a little too fast, you're going to start skidding, or if you hit the brake a certain way, or if you turn the wheel too quick, it's going to start skidding. That's the nature of living in snow areas. Yet, I had my friend, one of my best friends, going, yep, nope, nope, it's not going to happen. And my ego.
From Florida. No snow driving.
From Florida. It's never driven in snow. As a matter of fact, the first time we drove in snow was a freaking miracle. We went and picked you and your wife up upstate New York. I think you were visiting family or I forgot what part of New York. Do you remember?
Outside of Syracuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dee and I are living in Manhattan. For those of you who don't know the geography, we're talking about a 5-hour drive when it's clear as day out. Well, I go driving up, and what hits the blizzard of 96?
Yep.
And I pick up now we're just trying to get home back to Manhattan. These are the SNL days, and I'm like, oh God, please get. There's nobody on the road. You can't see the lines. Nothing's paved, and the snow is getting to be like a half a foot on the highways. And we came into New York, and we were on Route 9, for anyone that knows the West Side Highway before you get on. And the car, I looked at Dan and his wife. I went, I have no control of the car. Everyone brace yourselves. I had no control. It just started sliding down the ramp, and the ramp swirls. This is the miracle part. There's 2 cars stuck in the middle of a ramp, of an ongoing going down ramp. Think of the size of that, people. Snow. My car just starts floating down. We're going right for that one car, and out of nowhere, our car, it literally slid and then went around the car as if I was steering. It was like, maybe it steered, and then the next one steered and went around that one as well, and then made it safely down. I don't know how we made it back. But you think after that experience, I still would have the confidence to not be challenged by my Florida friend, Dan. Now, that's the power and the stupidity of our ego. I allowed my ego to go, you're going to sit there and listen to Dan do that. You let him know you show him who's boss. Dude, that was a $6,000 bad mistake. You know what's the funniest? Was when I went into Ford and they go, how'd you do this? And I went, I was turning the corner in my neighborhood and it slid and hit the curb. And all of them, they were like, and were you, how fast was the turn? I just barely turned. The wheel went this way and the car just said, screw it. And they were all like, sure. And dude, they busted my balls for the next 10 years. Every time I'd go in there, they're like, Jim, there's snow coming. Be careful of them curbs. On my life. Those guys at Mendham Ford were freaking hilarious. That was a good time. But am I allowed to tell the story of, you don't have to name names, but you told me a story last week.
Yeah.
And again, listen, people, don't let your ego take over. Be confident in who you are and be confident in what you're about. Dan starts telling me some of the story. I'm like, we got to tell these stories. This is out of control. This one made me laugh so damn hard. So share with me this story again.
All right. So a friend of mine, like you, his name is Jim, but he's, of course not you.
He's not a shill.
He's not a shill and a multi-millionaire.
And hanging out with actor friends.
Well, me. He hangs out with me, and I'm pretty cool. I'm like an actor, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so anyway, we were out riding bikes. My wife and I got some new e-bikes, the electric bikes, because she wants exercise and I just want to go. You know, I don't want to pedal. And we go out riding with him and his wife, and they just have regular standard bicycles. And we're riding on the trail, having a good old time. And we come across this real sandy spot, and he goes, "Hey, take your new fancy electric bike in the sand and see how it does." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, I'll give it a shot. I got big fat tires on this sucker. I can go anywhere I want. Electric, or motor, whatever." Well, it was a tragic mistake, okay, because I got in the sand. It was like a foot deep, like snow, and I was going nowhere. But I had to, basically get off the bike and get it out of there, and it was a big pain in the ass. So I remember that. Okay, fine. So then he gets electric bikes. Him and his wife get electric bikes. We go on the same trail. So we're rounding the corner, and I go, "Hey, Jim, buddy, here, see how she does in the sand." And he's like, "Oh no, I ain't going in that sand. No way." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy." So we're going around a little bit more, and I'm like, "Jim, come on, man, just take it off road a little bit. Check it out." No. I said, "Stop being a pussy." And that's about all I said. Okay, I just told him.
Dude, right there. This is a lesson for everyone. This is a lesson for every man, especially men.
Yeah, I did. I said it.
I know you did. You sat there and you said, because I know you. Yeah. You told me that. But when another man says, "Don't be a pussy," I don't know what it is about our ego. Why do we allow the ego to put ourselves in that predicament? You're just Dan, but he took that as a full-blown
Dan.
Oh.
So he still didn't go off-road yet. And then I get up beside him again after I called him a pussy. And then I'm like, "Dude, just go on the grass a little bit, man." And then I called him a pussy again.
Right. And it's the way you do it. You go like this. "What are you, pussy?" It's your face, it's your teeth, it's the whole thing. And it's just so, I don't know what, you got that mojo, Dan. It drives me nuts.
So I get in front of him a little bit, and I turn around. I look over my shoulder on my bike. I'm going super slow. I'm almost stopped. And I see him make the decision on his bike to go off-road. He makes the decision just to go.
I'm going to show Dan. You ain't calling me a pussy.
Turns the
How
wheel.
old is he?
Pussy.
How old is he? Isn't he like
56.
our age?
56.
Yeah, he's our age. Okay.
So he turns the wheel. He goes a little bit off road and then gets nervous and pulls it back. And then all of a sudden the handlebars start going like this. And then boom, he hits the ground and slides into home plate. Now, meanwhile, there's a big tree and a pole, and his body slides on his belly whoop, right through the two of them. Okay.
Wait, how fast is he going?
He was going probably 15 miles an hour.
It's fast enough.
On an electric bike with no helmet, no nothing. And he hits it.
Whoa, hits the sand.
I'm like, what the?
Jets off the bike.
I'm thinking he broke something. I get off my bike. I run back to him like, "Jim, dude, you okay? Are you okay? Can you move all your fingers?" And he's just looking at me like, "Oh, what just happened? I don't know what happened. What? He's got dirt from head to toe. He's got twigs and shit in his hat.
It's in his mouth.
He's got all on his arms. He's all scarred up. All of the shit that was in his pockets is strewn out all over the ground. His bike's all so I'm like, so now my wife and his wife roll up because we were in front of them. Now they roll up. I'm there trying to check him out, making sure he's okay. And his wife comes out, and she doesn't say, "Hey, are you all right?" Nothing. She takes one look at his dirty, slit up, scratched up ass and starts hysterically laughing. Hysterically laughing. Breathe, she's laughing so hard. Meanwhile, her husband's still standing there going, "Oh, what just happened?"
You said he really was just disheveled for 10 minutes and really didn't know what happened.
He was
completely
dazed.
dazed.
He
Wait,
hit
like, Eve's
hard.
hanging out like, what's
Yeah,
going
he's
on
got
right now?
like stickers on his hat, from the ground, and dirt everywhere in his pants. It was unbelievable that he hit. And the fact, Jim, that he didn't hit the tree or the pole with his dumb head is a miracle.
Unbelievable. All because Dan the antagonizer said, what are you, a pussy?
That's all it took.
Jim, you do comedy and I'll do cars. Ping, pang, pong, pang, bong. Well,
hey, I'm sorry,
I just want everyone to know, be careful of your friend Dan. I love this guy like a brother, by the way. I mean, we're like brothers. And how are you, man? In life in general, everything good?
Yeah.
Dude, we psyched. We're going to Vegas together. You have no clue what I got going on in Vegas.
I'm so excited to go to Vegas. You have no idea.
You're gonna have a good time in Las Vegas. September 9, 10, 11, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm playing South Point Casino. Dan is going to be with me, and maybe we can antagonize some of you dumbasses to do something stupid. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you, man. I love you, brother. Thanks for coming to hang out, make me giggle and laugh.
You too, man. Thank you for having me.
Give Kelly my love. Have a good one.
All right, see you, buddy.
That's my friend Dan. 34 years we've known each other. He's. I just need something a little light this week. I don't want to get too intense, but ego. Watch your ego. I'll never forget. It was a pivotal moment in my life. I know it's funny and all that, but it also was a very pivotal moment because I realized I'm 50. At that time, I was like, I don't know, probably like late 40s, early 50s. And yet I still have that child or teenage instinct when someone's going, I dare you, you won't do it because you're this and this. And you end up doing it. Stick to your guns. All right, man, this was fun today. I wish you all the best. I'll see you on the road. Grand Junction, can you show up for the show, please? I'm going to come up. I'm going to crush it. I hope you guys are there. The rest of the Colorado run, thank you. Sold out. Beautiful. I love you. The Paramount is the end of the month. The Patreon members, we're going to have a really good Zoom call. I don't know if you know about Patreon, but Patreon, we do one live stream concert a month. We do, I think, four podcasts just by the Patreon members only. If you're a Patreon member, you get to do the podcast and we do the interview. And then I do Zooms with certain categories and all that jazz. But I just wish you all the best. Keep sending the messages. All my love to you guys. And Mike, all the best, man. We'll catch up soon.
Yeah, man.
And thank you for joining me today on the Breuniverse, man. It means more than you guys know. I love you all. Have a good one. Hey, this is Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Weekly, you host your own podcast, and you interview me. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there.